everyone, this is Journoda, and welcome back to another Let's Play Rise of the Three Kingdoms. So we've advanced a single turn since our previous video, and so Jiangning is rioting. There's still some disease going on, running amok in the country. And we are going to besiege Zhuti right now.
We shall engage.
So we'll build that out.
Noble sire.
I actually
We
don't
shall
need that
prevail
fort
in this
there.
siege, sire. Orders.
So I'm gonna
Sire.
send these guys out to
Marching
help
to war.
attack.
We'll make camp here, sire. Command me, sire.
Let's see, these guys over here, I will hold off on fighting them. Let's focus on
Hail, my king. As you command,
the
my
Sun
liege.
clan.
Lay
So over
siege,
here, this is
noble
really
sire.
where
We shall
all of the
prevail
magic's
in
going to
this
happen.
siege, sire.
So I actually pulled out some forces
Fleet
off
ready,
screen
an order.
from
only
Huling
to God.
and
Ships
from these
ready,
naval ships.
my king. An
So we have 3
order.
armies
Yes, my
ready
king.
to pounce on the enemy. Well, this army isn't much of an army, it's mostly just peasants there to
Orders.
hold, to just really
Hail,
hold
my-
up space.
Hail, my king. Hail, my king.
Okay, so big battle.
With honor, my lord.
Recruit some Shan Yu guys right
Hail,
there.
my king. Hail, my king.
Probably gonna be blocked
I
by
am
this
neither your
general here.
concern nor your
You
subject.
die.
Hail, my king.
I don't want to get isolated, so I'm just
With
gonna
honor, sire.
follow behind
Yes.
here.
Move an order.
Several armies
Marching, sire.
in the vicinity.
As you wish.
So we'll fight this one first.
The day is ours, sire. Command me, sire. Yes.
We're gonna surround the enemy forces here. I'm going to kill.
Hail, my king.
Let's see,
Orders.
which army should I lead?
Hail, my king.
Lead
Hail, my
Dian.
king.
Zhangba has a
Hail,
pretty
my
good army.
king. By your will,
Alright, so
sire,
this will be
we
the
shall engage.
giant battle for Ho Yang. So 3,000 reinforcements versus 4,000 reinforcements. Army strength is about 1 to 1.
Honor
So it's not really
and
about the
glory
numbers.
await England,
It's all
men.
about the army strength.
Attack.
So they will send a ton of men to defend, and I will send a whole bunch of mercenary groups out to attack.
Await my orders.
Look at all these mercenaries. Okay, I don't have that many, I only have 3, but I actually thought I had more. Let's see, so it's actually, I think it was a great idea to have that 2-year hiatus, because then I wouldn't be, because then the videos are a little bit more compelling if we're, you know, actually doing things in them like this. Otherwise, I mean, I didn't really fight in the 2 years as I was marching down south, so I think it worked out really good, or really well. Alright, cavalry on the right flank, I mean left flank. Oh snap, where's the enemy? Okay, over here. Okay, those guys are going over there. I'm gonna quick march. I could attack this force right here first, but I think it makes sense to go for, you know, the actual army that's standing. Even if they are just hiding out. Oh wow, it is lagging. Look at that lag. It can't handle 6x speed anymore. I think it's the AMD card. I'm not gonna lie. Performance hasn't been as great with the AMD card, at least for this specific game. It does run pretty well on like Dead Rising, surprisingly. Of all games, the least optimized game in the world, Dead Rising 3. Runs really well on that. Alright. So I have some enemy crossbowmen here. Oh, that's actually the enemy. Oh wait, what am I doing then? Alright, there we go. Let's reform. I was facing in this direction for some reason. Not realizing that the enemy's actually up here. So, just gonna reform the guys there. Alright, so they're gonna be about right here. Probably gonna get flanked pretty hard, unless my ally saves me. And it looks like my ally will be able to flank my enemy. Oh yeah, look at that army. Zhang Yuan spearmen. Look how far they traveled to take out Eastern Wu. We did take a 2-year break, which is something that Cao Cao probably should have done when he invaded the south. But instead he just continued attacking after he took Jing, which basically led to his military defeat because all of his men were way too fatigued to fight, and currently my men are being peppered down by their archers. So I need to pay attention a little bit. So I will charge. So these guys, they'll be okay. We're gonna engage their cavalry force. We have some guys. We just gotta be really careful here.
Good tidings. The enemy
and we killed the enemy general.
dead. You sent the base cur to hell.
That was really, really fast. Alright, these guys over here. Go for the crossbowmen, please. So we are moving forward with our archers, trying to do more damage. Alright. Their crossbowmen stand no chance against my cavalry force. So, I'm gonna rally my men. I'm gonna keep on pushing against those guys right there. So keep on pushing. These guys can go for the enemy county spearmen as they are routing. And the enemy reinforcements are still pretty far away, so we are relatively safe for the time being. At least so it seems. Go for those guys. I'm gonna split my cavalry force. Dian's gonna come and help. Alright, enemy force is pretty much completely routed. At least their main forces. So we're going to just surround any remaining men that haven't routed yet. So one of the mistakes that I made in the past is like not paying attention with keeping my units closer together, especially after we defeat the first army. This time I'm going to try and do a little better by keeping them somewhat close and then keeping them organized. So I'm going to reform there with my archers so that they won't attack my friendlies. Friendly fire is pretty serious with these archers. They don't really care who they shoot, they just want to shoot something. So my men are getting a little bit overzealous. They're routing some guys and then just letting some guys run away and not pursuing, so it's a mix of them. Three swordsmen. Come on, take him out. 27% damage dealt. Like right here. Oh wow, got scared for a moment. Thought the game was exploding again. So the friendly axemen should have attacked those guys. They just stood and watched. And same with these guys right here. Actually, I'm gonna send them to hit those archers. That should wipe out the main force, or be very close to doing so. Alright, so these guys have routed. I don't know if they'll come back. They are running into my allies, so I am going to reform my line. First, I'm just going to find my line. Okay, there we are. I'm going to reform them all back here. cavalry is a little bit overcommitted. Have them all come back so that we don't get crushed by the enemy force. So my ally is supposed to be fighting aggressively, but instead they are hiding in the forest or in the scrubs. Man, look at those axemen, they look so badass. And then we have the swordsmen, so yeah, they're not helping whatsoever. Oh, this guy. Well, they are keeping them distracted, so they are being approached. So enemy forces are unrouted. They've come back. But I'm gonna reform anyways. And I'm gonna chase down any guys that are, you know, within my proximity. And then once we take care of that, we will launch an assault on that enemy force that is reinforcing the enemy. For now, I need to get these guys all back together so that they're able to engage in the next large encounter with the enemy. So these guys are coming back from routing, but they are getting engaged by my archers, which are currently just shooting everything that moves. So as these infantry soldiers go to the front line, my archers are actually covering their retreat from the enemies that have come back from routing. So, excellent. We will take out these Shandong archers. Hopefully my archers aren't shooting at them, otherwise it's gonna be awkward for my cavalry force right here, as they charge into battle to take them out. Here we go. We need this to be a very decisive victory. I don't see the enemy. I'm sure there's more of them. Debating if I need to come save this guy. I should probably save this guy. So I'm gonna march quickly this way to come help. Group 3 can, you know, crush the enemy. Well, they've already crushed the enemy here. And so we'll pincer the enemy army right here. So that's where we're headed now. Everyone is... I can't really 6x speed this because I think
The enemy army
it'll
flees
lag
the
a lot.
field. Pursue
Oh, maybe
and
not.
run them down.
Yeah, it'll lag. Look at that. They're just jumping, hopping. Alright, well, let's let it do that for a few minutes. So, not a few minutes, but just a few seconds. Okay, 2x speed is okay. Looks like that is okay speed for them to do. So, here we go. Here's the engagement with my allied force. So we'll go back into regular speed as the skirmishing crossbowmen have run back, but these heavy crossbowmen have not. They kind of got stuck, it appears to be. The enemy does have a ton of archers, I mean cavalry forces, so they are just rushing in to that force. I do have a lot of cavalry on my right flank, I think, or my allies' right flank. So they are going around and trying to crush the enemy there, so that's very good of them. And because we are trying to reinforce our ally, we will rush the infantry force out a little bit. Looks like the enemy has seen me coming from behind, so I'm going to reform my line to take, well, to get a few shots in. Or I could just engage with the cavalry. I guess I don't have a choice but to engage with my cavalry at the moment. Because they are going to hit my heavy crossbowmen in a moment. Alright, have them get out of there. swordsman, spearman.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue
Okay, so
like
we
this,
crushed
we will smash the enemy.
that cavalry force. I'm gonna send in my cavalry out to help first. This will actually really turn the tide for our forces, so it is imperative that we charge as quickly as we can on the enemy force. I'm just gonna shoot first and ask questions later. And they don't shoot at all, and now they're just running away without any answers. No answers at all. Okay, so the second time my crossbowman, or my archer, my skirmishing force has been
like the coward he is.
interrupted by the enemy. Cavalry force, I don't know where they went. They kind of went off somewhere. Alright, let's still continue to push down and pincer these guys. But it looks like my allied force has done a pretty good job. I take that back. They haven't done a very good job because they've lost over 700 men. Chen Gao! You're supposed to be the best general. He had full stars. Good, well, good thing I chose this way.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright. My men are pretty exhausted, so it'd be a miracle if they can fight well. I don't know, what are you guys doing? I said go for these archers for like the past like 4 times already. So, looks like we are doing cleanup work. They finished the battle before we could even come in and help. We distracted the cavalry force, but that's about it. We didn't really do that much to help break the enemy here.
It's time to press the attack.
So, I guess we'll get a little bit of killing here. Get a few kills. But not really get any kills. Got some Han volunteers that way. Got some my other reinforcement force is going to engage the second army. And Li Dian is... What is going on with you, Li Dian? Come on. Stick with the program. So now we're just chasing down the enemy remnant force, or the remnants of the enemy force. Now we're gonna shoot down these Han volunteers with all of my archers. Because that's what we do, we attack in blobs instead of highly coordinated small units. Okay, so I think we've chased all of them out of the map. Or at least so it seems. Well, if that is the case, I'm going to regroup my men. I thought you guys were supposed to be shooting this guy. What happened? So Zhang Ba and his forces are just chilling. They aren't even attempting to engage in this force. What is going on? Alright, march faster. There we go, some archer fire. That's what I like to see. So archers have more range than the crossbowmen, I think, in this game. And these heavy spearmen don't really stand a chance against this many archers. And these are all just regular archer units. Okay, never mind. There's crossbowmen, but that's still a lot of fire to take. And the Han volunteers are broken. So who else? Oh, just these guys? Oh, they're still marching towards the goal. I mean, they don't even see the arrow fire. They're just dying. Look at that. And not only that, when they're getting shot at, they actually stop. They don't continue charging. But guess what? Guess what, guys? There's gonna be more archer fire coming at you. Oh, it's gonna be brilliant.
All of Christendom will be
Victory
awed
is
by the
ours.
victory
We
have
lost.
won
Oh my
here
goodness,
today.
this guy lost so much men. Chen Gao, how? How did you lose over almost 1,000 men? Half of your force. Well, that's not good. But we did get a decisive victory in destroying, I believe, 3 of the
Our forces are well.
Sun faction armies.
No.
That's 1, 2. Oh, it's just 2. No, yep, it's 3. There's Captain Forcer behind that.
To ambush, my lord.
Okay, he doesn't actually die, but he was pretty close.
As you wish, sire.
And we can auto-resolve this one.
The day is ours, sire. Hail, my king. The will, sire.
Wow, Chen Gao really disappointed me in that last fight. Look at that depletion of my men. All that preparation only to have him lose it all in one battle.
Orders.
Okay, and...
Sire.
Oh, these are different units, aren't they? Oh, yes, they
My
are.
lord.
But they are different, okay.
Hail, my king. Orders.
Well, continue on, brother.
By your command. Hail, my king. Hail, my king. Yes,
see.
sire. Command me, sire. As you command your will, sire, my king. Hail, my king. With honor.
Yeah, we'll hang
Hail,
out here.
my king. Be gone.
Zhang
You
Ba
are
will...
not my orders.
Where's that captain force? There he is.
To war then, sire.
There we go. Sun Jing. Well, we do have the advantage, so let's press it. We lost about 1,000 men. This guy keeps losing so many men, but he did take out a lot of enemy forces, so that's always good. And there we go. We destroyed another. Well, we only really destroyed one army.
The day is ours, sire.
The other guys were just remnants.
We shall slaughter them, my lord. Besieging the cowards.
So
Hail,
we'll begin
my
the siege
king.
there.
My lord. To battle it is then, sire.
Continue our siege
Prepare
here.
to assault, my lord. Marching to war, my king. They'll wish they'd never been born, sire.
Siege that.
They're dead. Hail,
As
my
well.
king. Hail, my king.
Zhang
As you will,
Ba
my king. To battle.
will help.
Hail, my
So
king.
those
Yes,
4 armies,
hail,
I
my
believe,
king.
will attack. Wow, that's a lot of attacking that they got going on over there. Apparently not having a general here is making these guys unhappy. Do a growth policy. Keep them happy. And we are out of time here, so I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you next time!